Alright YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. In today's video we are installing TORP controller TC500 on 2025 Surron LBX. Straight to the point, quick, easy. I'm gonna show you how to install it really quick. I'm gonna show you how to set up the app and get it configured, from the start. So safety first, before you do anything with installation, get the battery out of the bike, flip the breaker to the off position. We need to get a couple of bolts off just to take our factory controller off. We need a 4mm and 3mm Allen keys. So let's start with these guys. Right now we need to get 2 bolts that's holding controller at the top. Take the motor guard completely off so we can get a better access to the wiring harness. And boy is it tight. Ooh. Same thing on the other side. And once I got the guard out, the controller kind of fell off on its own, which is a good thing. One thing I'm gonna do is see this cushion here that's if you get hit in the front, so it protects the motor by having this little cushion in here, but this cushion also restricts the airflow and restricts the cooling of the motor. So what I'm gonna do in my case, I'm just gonna completely remove this piece, just get it off, so I get better airflow and more cooling at the motor. 5mm, loosen them up, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them back in place just so I don't lose them. There you go, nice. Alright, almost there. All the battery and phase motor phase wires are out. Alright, we also needed to take these 2 bolts out right here in the frame where the plug is for the controller, these guys right here, okay? And this one is taped because I did disable my tip sensor. I removed the tip sensor and I taped that off because I don't, those tip sensors, they're nothing but a problem. Okay, so we're unplugging these guys right here, and our controller, Surron controller, is out. Right, so now we're taking our TORP harness plug, okay, and we need to plug into these plugs right here. Make sure you hear the click. Click. Alright, once everything is plugged in, you will find 2 extra connectors with the yellow plugs in them. One is for TORP display, which I don't have and I don't want to use, so I want to go through my phone app or the factory display. And one for throttle, thumb throttle, okay? So I'm not using them, yellow ones with the yellow plugs. What I need to do next is, before we plug this in, okay, before we plug this controller into the main harness, you will find a little bag of electrical grease. You need to rip that open and fill in nice evenly inside where the pins are, because that protects from moisture and water and coming in here. This is not just a silicone grease, this is special grease for electrical connectors. So fill that in nice and evenly, and then plug it in the main harness plug. And this is what this mess will look like. See all that white grease inside? Don't worry about it. This is absolutely normal. And you want to plug in firmly until you hear the click. TORP's stressing out about it, so it goes in tight. I heard the click. Now we're gonna mount the controller onto the base and wire the battery wires and the phase connectors from the motor. Alright, in order for us to install the controller, we need to remove this bracket right here, this bracket and 2 bolts on each side. This is what was holding our old factory controller, okay? All right, and here's what you need to do. In your little baggie with the controller, you get 2 smaller and 2 larger screws. Take the 2 smaller screws, they go through the top of this bracket right here. You insert them through, right? And then it screws on the threads on the controller. Nice and tight. Yeah. Motor wires and the battery onto the controller. Per manual it says you have to tighten up to between 4 and 4.5 Newton meters. I converted to inch pounds, that's 39.8, so I'm gonna crank them up to 39 inch pounds. Blue, green, yellow, okay? Blue, green, yellow. Blue first. There you go. Now we're going to the battery wires, other side. Your power wires, the red one's probably gonna be a little bit too short, so you have to cut a zip tie in there that's holding this harness, then re-zip tie it back. And then this insulation that's holding these 2 wires together, sorry for the focus, you have to shorten it so that you can work with them, but this is how they will look, nice and organized. And now we can start assembling this whole thing back up again. As I mentioned before, from the motor guard, the shield, I did remove this insulation, which wasn't stuck good at all. A whole bunch of dirt got underneath. It was massive business cleaning up. So I got that removed. So we're gonna install the motor guard and then put the cover back on. You will end up with few extra things. This guard, that cushion, the little plastic guard, the 2 brackets from Surron controller. Also, a couple extra screws. Don't worry about it, that's normal. This is how the install looks like, okay? I put the cover on, everything looks great. Guard, motor guard, everything's in place. Looks very, very nice. More videos of tuning the bike and comparing different modes. That's in the next video. Alright, so what happens next? Now we're gonna run TORP controller setup. Alright, that's my screen recording. Let's go to the TORP controller. Batteries plugged in, TORP controller app, batteries plugged in. We're gonna flip the breaker and start the bike. Alright, it's been recognized. Okay, select the motor, you select light B motor, are you sure? Choose the wrong engine, blah blah blah, okay. Preparing to calibrate. That's our calibrate mode. Alright, let's do the calibration. Bluetooth pass. So, connecting. So we'll make motor spin. Continue. There we go. The back wheel is spinning. Good. Alright, sweet. So motor's calibrated. Next step. Slowly twist the throttle all the way to release the throttle. Signal must be slowly twist the throttle all the way. Okay, that's good. Calibrated the throttle. Twist the throttle slightly. We'll spin. Make sure the direction is correct. Yep. Spinning, finish and save. Alright, that's it to it. Calibrating the controller. Alright, let's see if the bike runs. Ooh, this is beast. Alright, looks great. Controller update, no new updates, so this is latest and greatest. And that's about it. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to the battery information. Battery looks great. Alright, I guess this is it for this video. Stay subscribed. In the next video we're gonna be tuning, comparing different tune settings on this bike, and I'll give you the final results at the end of next video. For now, thank you guys for watching. Stay subscribed, click the subscribe button. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.